Hey, how's everybody doing today? Chris here today. By the end of this video, you're going to know my honest opinion about the culture differences between China and the West, and what country, in my opinion, I believe has the best culture. And we're going to discuss and watch some video on 7 culture shocks that will make anyone have disbelief. I've been living in China for 13 years now, and I believe I have a good understanding of the Chinese culture. And growing up in the West, I believe I have a very good understanding on Western culture. In the West, the Western media is always telling you about the culture in China. Do they really know? Have they visited here? Have they lived here? What are their assumptions? Let's watch this video, let's discuss it, and I'm going to give you my honest opinion at the end of this video on what I think about both cultures. Sit back, enjoy, watch the video, and do me a favor. Don't forget to subscribe and like and help me grow this channel by speaking the truth.
The cultural differences between China and the United States are vast and deeply rooted in their respective histories, social structures, philosophies, and daily practices. Here are some key distinctions. Collectivism versus individualism. In China, there is a collectivist culture that emphasizes the needs and goals of the group over the individual. Family and community are central, and there is a strong sense of duty and loyalty to one's group. On the other hand, in the United States, we see an individualistic culture that values personal freedom, self-expression, and individual achievement. The emphasis is on personal goals and self-reliance. Communication styles. In China, indirect communication is common. People often use nonverbal cues, context, and implied meanings. Saving face and maintaining harmony are important, so people may avoid direct confrontation. However, in the United States, direct communication is valued. People are more likely to express their opinions and feelings openly and expect straightforwardness in conversations. Power distance. In China, it is a high-power distance culture where hierarchical structures are respected. Authority figures and elders are given significant respect, and decisions often come from the top down. Conversely, in the United States, there is a lower power distance culture where egalitarianism is more common. Authority is questioned more openly, and there is a preference for collaborative decision-making. Concept of time. In China, there's a polychronic approach to time. People often handle multiple tasks simultaneously, and schedules can be pretty flexible. Long-term relationships and planning are highly valued. On the other hand, in the United States, there's a monochronic approach to time. Tasks are usually handled one at a time, punctuality is important, and schedules are strictly adhered to. Educational values. In China, education is highly valued, with a strong focus on rote learning, discipline, and academic excellence. There's significant pressure on students to succeed in exams and secure prestigious educational opportunities. Meanwhile, in the United States, education emphasizes critical thinking, creativity, and individuality. There's a focus on holistic development, including extracurricular activities and personal interests. Approach to work. In China, the work culture often involves long hours and a strong sense of dedication to the company. There's a collective approach to work, and personal sacrifices for the benefit of the organization are common. In contrast, in the United States, work-life balance is a significant concern, and there's a focus on efficiency and productivity. Personal time and leisure are considered important. Family structure and values. In China, extended family structures are common, with multiple generations often living together or maintaining close ties. Filial piety and respect for elders are fundamental values. In the United States, the nuclear family structure is more common. Independence from the family is encouraged, and children are often expected to move out and become self-sufficient. Religion and philosophy play a significant role in shaping cultural norms and values. In China, the influences of Confucianism, Taoism, and Buddhism are profound. These philosophies emphasize harmony, balance, and moral conduct, which deeply affect social behavior and interpersonal relationships. On the other hand, the United States is predominantly influenced by Christianity. This shapes many cultural norms and values, but there is also a significant diversity of religious beliefs and a strong emphasis on religious freedom. Holiday celebrations offer a window into the cultural fabric of a society. In China, major holidays include Chinese New Year, Mid-Autumn Festival, and National Day. These are often celebrated with family gatherings, traditional food, and cultural rituals. In contrast, the United States celebrates holidays such as Christmas, Thanksgiving, Independence Day, and Halloween. These holidays are marked by family gatherings, feasts, and various cultural and commercial activities. Business practices reflect the underlying cultural principles of a society. In China, relationships, known as guanxi, are crucial in business dealings. Building trust and long-term relationships is often prioritized over immediate transactions. Business meetings can be formal, with significant attention to protocol and hierarchy. Meanwhile, in the United States, business interactions tend to be more transactional and focused on results. There is an emphasis on efficiency, innovation, and competitive advantage. Business meetings are typically less formal and more results-oriented. Understanding these cultural differences is essential for effective communication and interaction between individuals from China and the United States. China family culture versus the West. In China, there is a profound respect for the elderly, and families often take care of their elders at home. In contrast, in the US, many elderly individuals end up in assisted living facilities, where they receive professional care but may miss the familial connection. In China, extended families are truly considered an integral part of your direct family, sharing daily life and traditions. In China, parenting is very hands-on, with constant encouragement and support given to your child. The teaching of family values is a continuous process, often led by example, and involves various family bonding activities to strengthen relationships. The US has broken families everywhere, with many children growing up in single-parent households. Single parenting is often due to divorce or absent fathers, creating unique challenges. Much respect to the moms who are doing it alone, raising their children with strength and love. But you will not hear about this in China, where traditional family structures are more common. In rare cases, the extended family steps in to help, providing a strong support system for the children.
The family together out for fun, just having a good old time. This guy's chasing me, just having a great old day. Family togetherness. It's a wonderful thing.
None? Well, don't knock it till you try it. The street food here is an adventure in itself. Eating out in China is a wild ride for your taste buds. From bustling night markets to elegant restaurants, the variety is endless. The food here? Mostly Chinese, and trust me, that's a good thing. Authentic flavors that you won't find anywhere else. Each region's got its own flavor game. Some love their noodles, others crank up the spice. It's like a culinary tour across the country. Sure, you can find Western food in big cities, but why stick to the usual when you can dive into deliciousness? The local cuisine is where the real magic happens. Chicken feet might look a bit unconventional, but they're surprisingly tasty. A true delicacy that's worth a try. And hey, if the taste isn't your thing, there's always Tabasco to save the day. A little spice can go a long way. In the US, you're spoiled with choices from around the globe. But nothing beats the authenticity of local flavors. But in China, you'll be savoring some of the most satisfying dishes you've ever had. Each bite is a new experience. So go ahead, embrace the adventure, and give those chicken feet a try. You might surprise yourself. You might just find your new favorite snack. The possibilities are endless in this flavorful journey.
So at a typical lunch spot to get some takeout, it's very different from local Chinese back in the US. You gotta know what the food is, so it's good to know the language, have somebody with you so you can ask what it is. Really delicious lunch, many things, traditional and cheap. So come to China, enjoy. Everybody knows what broccoli is.
Homelessness, China versus USA, a stark contrast. If you've ever wondered why homelessness feels like a distant concept in China, but a glaring issue in the USA, you're not alone. The contrast is stark and raises many questions. Let's explore why. In China, homelessness is almost non-existent. Why? It's a combination of strong family ties and proactive local government support. Families often step in to help, and local governments provide employment opportunities, housing, and mental health services. This multifaceted approach ensures that people have the support they need. Contrast that with the USA, where homelessness is reaching epidemic levels. The lack of a cohesive support system exacerbates the problem. Instead of support, many homeless people face their belongings being thrown away and are told to move along. This approach not only fails to address the root causes but also adds to the trauma experienced by homeless individuals. Imagine if the US adopted a similar approach to China's. Better employment opportunities, affordable housing, and comprehensive mental health services could make a world of difference. These services could provide a safety net for those at risk of becoming homeless. It's not just about finding a place to sleep. It's about giving people a chance to rebuild their lives. The success of China's approach lies in its community-centric model. Share your thoughts in the comments. Your perspective could be the start of a meaningful conversation on how to tackle homelessness effectively.
Another thing that will shock you is when you're in China, there's no homeless sleeping around. If this was Los Angeles, you would see people on the ground, sleeping in tents, blankets, cardboard. But it's not here. It's clean. In China, you can see there is no homeless. If this was Los Angeles, you would see homeless everywhere. And this is no edit. It's clean, no homeless people. Not one sleeping, not one tent.
China's transportation and infrastructure is truly amazing. From the sprawling networks of high-speed trains that connect distant cities in mere hours, to the intricate urban planning that makes navigating bustling metropolises a breeze, it's a marvel of modern engineering. Honestly, seeing is believing. The efficiency and scale of these systems are unparalleled, showcasing China's commitment to innovation and progress. China's infrastructure achievements are nothing short of remarkable. High-speed trains zip across the country, connecting distant cities in mere hours. Subways weave through urban landscapes, making daily commutes efficient and convenient. New roads and highways stretch across vast terrains, linking remote areas to bustling metropolises. Modern bridges span rivers and valleys, symbolizing progress and unity. Busy airports handle millions of passengers, facilitating both domestic and international travel. Apartment buildings rise rapidly, providing homes for the growing population. High-tech factories produce cutting-edge technology, driving economic growth. State-of-the-art hospitals offer advanced medical care, improving public health. Skyscrapers dominate city skylines, showcasing architectural prowess. From transportation to healthcare, housing to industry, China's infrastructure development is a testament to its rapid modernization and ambition. The list of achievements goes on and on, reflecting a nation on the move, constantly evolving and striving for excellence. While at the same time, the U.S. infrastructure is crumbling. Where is the government funding to rebuild the highways and bridges and create a better transportation system? The U.S. infrastructure is crumbling, and the need for investment is more urgent than ever. There are construction sites and bridge renovations taking place, but are these efforts enough? I don't think so. There needs to be a more comprehensive plan that addresses the long-term sustainability and efficiency of the transportation network. It's time for the leaders of the U.S. to prioritize this critical issue and allocate the necessary resources to ensure safe and reliable infrastructure for future generations. By the way, China is doing it, or should I say China did it. Why can't the U.S. make it happen?
The new development of infrastructure going up everywhere in China. The investment that the country is making, local government, Beijing, the people themselves. It's just amazing. Buildings going up everywhere. New roads, new highways, new bridges. While the U.S. infrastructure is crumbling, while the U.S. needs new buildings, new roads, new highways, new bridges. But in China, they're making it happen.
Safety China, yes, is the U.S. safe? You will truly be amazed at how safe you will feel in China. Whether you are taking local transportation, walking through bustling city streets, or enjoying nightly strolls in beautifully maintained parks, you will always feel a sense of security. The public transportation system is efficient and well monitored, ensuring that you can travel without worry. The streets are well lit, and there is a noticeable presence of cameras, which adds to the overall feeling of safety. Even late at night, you will see families and individuals enjoying the serene environment of the parks, a testament to the country's commitment to public safety. The community spirit and the respect for public spaces contribute significantly to this sense of security. In China, safety is not just a priority, it is a way of life that you will experience every day. Is there no longer crime in China? In this neighborhood, it's a rare sight to see police officers patrolling the streets. You hardly ever see them around, and it's even more uncommon to witness someone being apprehended. The image of a person bent over a cop car, being handcuffed, is almost non-existent here. The community feels a sense of calm and security, but it also raises questions about the visibility and presence of law enforcement. Are they working behind the scenes, or is there simply less crime to address? Police presence is everywhere in the US and, well, crime is still out of control. What is up with all the gangs of people ransacking stores in California? Is it because China is a culture of peace and harmony, and this culture helps the prevention of crime? The deep-rooted traditions of respect, community, and mindfulness play a significant role in shaping societal behavior. In many Chinese communities, the emphasis on collective well-being over individual desires fosters a sense of responsibility and mutual care. Practices like Tai Chi and family gatherings are not just activities, but are integral to maintaining social cohesion. These cultural elements contribute to a harmonious environment where crime is less likely to flourish. Understanding these cultural nuances can provide valuable insights into how societal values influence behavior and crime rates. Not to mention cameras everywhere you go and as a helpful tool to ensure safety. Dive into the vibrant world of China food markets where fresh produce and unique ingredients await, perfect for your cooking adventures at home. Fresh chicken feet or other exotic foods. Discover the unique flavors and textures here. If pork is your thing, China is for you. You will not be getting your prime Angus beef fillets in most markets, but some fresh pork, that answer is yes. From ribs to belly, the variety is endless. Getting used to the different foods in China could be challenging, but it's a delicious adventure. Your taste buds will enjoy the new tastes. It's all good. Embrace the flavors and enjoy the journey. In the stores, for you Western food lovers, you will usually find a small aisle with some Western-type foods such as pasta, sauces, and even imported snacks and cereals. But don't worry. In many of China's big cities, there are international food markets that will give you a taste of home. These markets offer a wide variety of foods from around the world, making it easy to find familiar flavors.
In China, inside a local market, you are going to see some things that even I don't know what it is. And most likely you're not going to see this in your local market back home. So it's a little bit of a shock, but you will get used to it. This is pretty much similar to back home, but could be a little different from where you're at. You got the meats. As you can see, it's open, not closed off where the butcher would normally grab it for you and wrap it up. It's kind of self-serve here. Here it's pre-packaged, and you don't see much of this back home. Not sure how you feel about chicken feet. Those are some pretty big size chicken feet. How about black chicken? So the markets are a little different in China. You just got to get used to it. So the choices here are a bit different from what you have back in the US. Again, something to get used to. Try it out. It's all about the experience and a little bit of the culture shock. Here you go. Leave a comment below. I'll send you a package. Good old chicken feet.
Communication in China. Don't expect to know that everyone speaks English in China. This is China, and they speak Mandarin here. I suggest that you do your best to learn a little bit of the Chinese language before coming to China. Trust me, I know. By learning the language in advance, it will help you to better navigate and enjoy the Chinese culture and a great experience. Don't be afraid to fail at learning the Chinese language. Continue to try and try again. The best way to learn is by trying to speak with local Chinese, and believe me when I say, it will be an enjoyable experience for you both. When traveling to China, if you don't know the language, get a good translation app. And importantly, do not get upset if they don't understand you.
So one thing that's very important when you visit China is to learn the language. Don't come to China and expect that anybody speaks English. Come here knowing that people don't speak English. In the big cities like Beijing, Shanghai, Guangzhou, you will find some people that speak English, but for the most part, this is a Chinese-speaking country. So let me just give you a little bit of a test here. So, hello, how are you today? I would like to get some paper towels. I would like get some soy sauce. She has no idea what I'm saying because I am speaking my language and she's not being rude. She just doesn't know what I'm saying. So if you come to China and you don't speak the language, I suggest you get some type of translator. I came across this time kettle. Not sure if you could see it. It's in my hand. I'm not being sponsored. Got it a few days ago. So basically, when I speak in English, the person that I'm speaking to should be able to hear me in their language, which is Chinese. So, I need to get some kitchen towels, some kitchen paper towels. Can you show me where they're at? So she replied back to me and said we have paper towels and she's going to show me where they're at. She said I need to follow her. I would like a paper towel. She is showing me all the paper towels. I found what I'm looking for. Thank you so much. So this is basically what I was using for the translation to communicate better in this lovely country of China. Time kettle, earbuds. You can put one in your ear, one in the other person's ear, and you press simulation mode. That person can hear me. I'm speaking in English, and it translates in their ear to Chinese and vice versa. And again, I'm not being sponsored, but let me tell you, so far, I got this product a couple of days ago. I've only tried it a couple of times, and it's working great. Time kettle, Shenzhen company. You can get these through their website or on Amazon.com. Again, not being sponsored, not my product, no ownership, just sharing what I discovered, a translator for China. So I hope you enjoyed that video. Thanks for hanging in there and watching it. Hope we all now have a better understanding of the East and West cultures, China in particular, US in particular, and we all need to come to our own conclusions, and at least by me, that's respected. But for me personally, my decision is the culture where I'm at here in China is the best, and it's what's for me and my family, and in particular my children. That's why I want to continue to raise them here. That's why I'm continuing to live here after 13 years. I'm a big boy. I can go anywhere, but I've decided to plant my seeds here. So, with that being said, there's some other things that do irritate me that I didn't cover on the video. The rudeness in the West, not safe in the West. Here, it's safe. People aren't rude. What's rude in China to me? I get stared at. Some little kids point at me. Some people want to come take a picture with me. I haven't been in an argument in 13 years. I haven't felt that I had to defend myself in 13 years. It's safe. It's a great place to live and raise a family. If you haven't done it, you don't know it. It's beautiful. The infrastructure's amazing. The people are terrific, and I'm satisfied. So do me a favor, like this video, subscribe to the channel, and I want everybody to have a terrific day, a terrific life. I want peace with everybody, no matter where you live in the world. Peace to everybody. We all have our own beliefs, we all have our own differences, but does not mean we need to be enemies. Alrighty? Everybody have a terrific day. Peace.